Perfect timing, Nacha. And we're live. Welcome, everybody, to the Insects Are Cool after party. Today we have with us, of course, Adrianna, the guest of honor today. The one, the only, the amazing Duke Bonanza. We have Land of the Beast? Roast? What the hell?
Landon Roast.
Landon. Okay, Landon Roast. And, of course...
I never use this account.
Of course, the man from Down Under. Actually, there are two of them in here, Terry and Nacha.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but only one of them counts.
Well, because Australia doesn't exist.
Well, then the other one will have to use a calculator, I guess. And we got Ian, of course,
Illuminati.
Also known as Pine Snake, and Red Venture, and of course the Bible Belt Atheist, and myself. So, Adrianna, I just wanted to once again thank you for chatting with me about your deconversion earlier. That was awesome. Some good feedback already, by the way, just so you know.
Okay.
I don't know who's wandering around with a light. Somebody. Oh, okay. And as you guys noticed, Bible Belt Atheist is actually showing his face.
Yep. He is. He's not going to say anything. He's just going to sit there and be cute.
He's going to give us these all the time. He's give us
I don't read sign language.
Read this one, Terry.
Well, if you guys don't follow my channel, I actually just did a face reveal. So
yeah, I saw it.
I have yet to see that one, but I'm going to go over there and then I'm going to make fun of you.
We're going to talk about how you look like Peter Parker.
I'm debating on starting a YouTube channel.
I was nice. I say you look good.
Yeah, I would too. Hang on, I gotta grab my last beer. My last beer.
Yeah, but I can't say he looks good because I'm 41 years old and that's weird.
What?
I'm a girl.
I just did, and I'm 52.
Well, then you be the pederast, and I'll just be the guy that's not making weird fucking statements.
There's nothing wrong with saying somebody looks good.
No, he's a cutie pie. I'm sorry.
He's old enough to be my grandson.
Yeah, exactly. And saying he's a cutie pie, that doesn't make it weird at all, Duke. No.
No, what made it weird was the fact that it sounded like you were pimping out. You're saying, I think he looks cute, so you can say he looks cute.
If you say something like that, you just got to say no homo at the end.
Oh, there you go. That's right.
No, I never say no homo because I'm all about the homo, so it's fine.
Hashtag homo life.
If you got your socks on, it's fine.
See, I wouldn't say no homo. I would say pro homo.
Pro homo, bro.
I already like this.
I don't care who you like or have sex with. It's none of my fucking business, anyways. And I'm not against any of it in any form. So, hey man, jump on whoever you want to jump on.
I definitely get against some people when with their sex. But
no, you know what? Then I'm totally going to jump on you, Neil.
Yeah, I object. I object to Kiwis having sex with sheep.
Is and out you is.
Kiwis. I have a problem with having sex with animals.
Sex with sheep, then, Terry.
All right, guys, I gotta get out of here.
Are you? But you just got here.
I'm getting a phone call. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
Terry, are Kiwis related to the Welsh by any chance?
I wouldn't know. I'll have to ask a Kiwi.
Wait. I thought you were a Kiwi.
What gave you that idea?
The accent.
The accent, dude. All day. Like, wait a minute, man. I thought you were straight up fucking bird country, dude.
Not
like,
sure.
no drop bears, just killer birds.
There's something wrong with these people, I tell you.
No, there's an obvious difference between your accent and Nat Jazz.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
See, that's Australian. I'm not just from Queensland. Yeah. I'm from New South Wales.
Ah,
we're more sophisticated.
I'm Australian.
Yeah, I'm more sophisticated than Queenslanders.
Oh, okay, and Notch is just part of the witness protection program.
See what you did there.
Oh, I know it was obvious. I'm sorry. Sometimes the jokes don't work, dude. It's like a shotgun. You just fire it out there and see what sticks.
You just reminded me of something funny. A friend of mine who drives for a living had this idea that he wanted to make like those guns that you could shoot like darts out of, the little sucker cup darts.
Yeah.
He wanted to make a gun that would shoot the same sort of thing, but on the ends of it, they would have stupid stickers. And every time somebody did something stupid in traffic, you'd nail the car with it. And if you got more than 20, you got your license pulled for a month. I think that's a great idea.
You'd go through a box pretty quick.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, especially around here.
But how would you manage to aim that out of your Prius?
Out of my, again with the Prius. That's it, man. just because you keep saying that, everybody thinks I own a Prius. I'm going to have to sell my car and buy a Prius.
You should sell your car and buy a Prius, and you'll be the only biker pirate on the planet with a fucking Prius.
Pirate, yeah. It's a pirate Prius. Come on.
Well, wouldn't I have to be a Tesla now? Like, isn't Prius a bit old?
Teslas are actually. Somebody in our building has one. It's a pretty nice little car, I got to say. It's not the electric one either. It's one that's the hybrid one that's both gas and electric.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize they made that.
Yep. You can get.
They call it a Prius.
I don't have a fucking Prius. It's called a Fusion.
Which is the American version of a fucking Prius, dude. I mean, let's be fair.
What's the difference then?
Yeah.
Priuses are like little fucking hatchbacks. My car is a 4-door actual car with a trunk and everything. It's a bigger vehicle.
Ford Fusion.
It's an American Prius.
It's not.
I love you, Neil. I'm sorry. I'm being a cunt. That's what I do. That's what I do.
When you get up here,
good.
And the moment you get off the plane, I am going to kick you in the balls. That's all there is to it. Hey,
I'm actually looking to buy the ticket soon. I'm going to try to figure that out because I really want to come up to visit you. So I think that I'm just going to fucking do it. And if it gets in the way of something else, then so be it.
Well, priorities, man. Don't negate something else just to come see me if something else is more important.
Oh, shut up. I don't want to hear that shit.
Well, I'm just saying, if it's something that you need to do, you can always come see me anytime.
Yeah, but the things I need to do cost more money than I can pay for anyways.
so I might as well on plane tickets to go see.
So I might as well just fly to see you.
Well, I promise, if you do come up here, it'll be a fun time. Lots of good shit to do here. Go over to the island, up to Whistler, all kinds of shit. Go to the Lynn Valley and cliff dive into the river and shit like that. It's awesome. Wait, I'm too old for that shit now. If I cliff dive, I'd probably slip and crack open my skull and it'll all be over.
Yeah, I'm not cliff diving at anything. No. No. I don't have wings or gills, so I don't go in water and I don't jump off of things. I just don't do those things.
They're not that high. They're like 25 foot.
I don't care. 25 foot's far enough to die. I'm not doing it.
True. But you're jumping into water, and it's, mind you, the water's like really cold.
But I can't swim. Like, if you fucking threw a fucking backpack full of fucking bricks into a water, it would swim slightly better than I can. So, like, now you're talking about double whammy. You're going to jump off some shit that's high and then die when you hit the water because you're going to fucking drown. Like, no, I'm cool. I'm good. Thanks.
Well, can't you even float, Duke?
Yeah. No, I actually can't. Like, I can't. Like, I if I fucking try to float, I sink. If I try to tread water, I sink.
How does that make sense?
Your head's got to be above the water, not the other way around.
Dude, you don't understand. Like, I'm dense as fuck, man. My body is dense as shit, dude. I fucking.
We're
sink.
gonna send you some floaties for Christmas, okay?
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Get some of those water wings that you put on there.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna send you an Australian fucking passport, so you can stop at a Kiwi.
God damn.
Yeah, come into my streams where you just get roasted. That's all there is to it.
That's pretty much it.
And Neil, stay out of the rains.
Well, you know, it's funny because I was out there, and you'd mentioned about stay out of the weather, and literally the second I read that, I was like, "Fuck!" And now it's raining. Thanks. Fuck you, Terry.
Well, I did warn you. So.
Yeah, we're in the future. Remember, we can see that we know these things are going to happen.
Well, like, give me the goddamn lottery numbers.
In that case, why didn't you warn us about
that
Trump?
generous?
Yeah, right.
And we also wanted to have a laugh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, he's not our president after all.
Yeah, we can't warn you about anything too important. It's only for just random things.
Little things, you know,
Yeah,
like the
little
weather,
things,
and you know,
Yeah, the weather. Yeah.
What
I was
about
gonna say
lottery
sports, but I
numbers?
realize
You
that's
bastards?
it's the same sort of thing. We keep those ones to ourselves. We're not that generous.
No, I get paid by the
That's
government.
why we're so rich down here.
Oh yeah.
I get paid by my shield check not to give out numbers for lotteries.
Yeah, me too. Apparently.
Exactly.
Somebody posted that the other day, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm expecting my next shell check in the mail next week." And they're like, "Really?"
I don't get shield checks. I get I get hookers.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Just hookers.
I kind of think I like that better.
They're all from Thailand. I can never tell which kind they are. I just like some of them have the extra large clitoris and some of them don't.
That'd be interesting at tax time when you get it.
This took a turn.
Wow.
That'll be interesting at tax time when you go to get a refund.
Oh man. Speaking of taxes, I haven't filed my taxes in I don't know how long.
Or the IRS are going to ring you.
No, they're not.
No, he's in Canada.
You're
in Canada, dude. Come on. Do your fucking homework. It's not our fault you're in New Zealand and you don't fucking understand.
Oh, well, you're a Canadian too then.
I am Canadian.
Oh.
I have a maple syrup tap in my fucking front yard, dude. It's good. It's good.
You don't have to be Canadian to have that.
No, you don't. You could live in Vermont.
Yeah,
it would work.
Where they have maple trees.
So all Canadians.
Yeah, but I live in Florida and I have a magical maple syrup tree.
Yes, it would have to be in that climate. So, Adrianna.
Hey.
This is your after party. You got to jump in here at some point.
I got to talk. Sorry, I got to talk a lot during my Versus story. Now I'm just gonna be quiet again, probably.
Oh no, that's not gonna happen.
That's all right.
We can't have that.
No, we can't have that. We're not talking until you talk, Adrianna.
Oh yeah. Well, way to not pressure the girl.
Adrianna, what's the difference between the Australian spider? What's the Australian spider? The bumblebee spider.
There's like one, right? Yeah, there's just one Australian.
There's only one of them there, right?
Yeah, the Australian spider and the Brazilian walking spider.
You're talking the wandering spiders. You're talking about
because they behave kind of in the same way. They kind of behave the same way. Yeah. So you have the Brazilian wandering spider.
There's all many.
Well, even with huntsmans, there are many different types of huntsmans. Even.
Yep. Huntsman spiders are just the ones with the very long legs, or
things.
They and they sort of fold forwards.
Yeah.
They kind of grip around like this.
Huntsman spiders are the same thing as daddy long legs, right?
Daddy long legs.
No.
Okay, they're
well, you are correct. Daddy long legs are also known as huntsmans. They're different. Those aren't spiders. So
yeah. I was going to mention that. Brazilian
huntsman is in the same family. They're tropical belt spiders. So. Mm-hmm.
Hey, wait a minute. Adrianna should know this.
I did know this. What kind of? What kind of? Kind of.
Spiders are more my alley. I fucking love spiders, so I know lots about.
Well,
Okay, I nailed the spider questions because I
I
don't know.
hate spiders.
I
Oh
know
my
vaguely
God.
I know vaguely about spiders. Since
you're killing me.
they're not
killing me.
insects. They're not insects.
They're not insects, dude. They have more than 6 legs.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna think. I'm gonna slink off into the corner and think of an insect question.
I think one of my favorite insects has to be a cicada.
Mm-hmm.
Because of their very unique lifestyles.
That's
And
weird.
they're
We've got
very unique.
cicadas over here, haven't we, not, Joe?
Oh God, you fucking yes.
I can mention one thing. I'm not wearing a insect shirt today like I usually do, but I am wearing butterfly earrings right now. That's a little hard. It's a little hard to see with the headsets, I think.
I got a friend who is shit
Right.
of butterflies. Absolutely petrified of butterflies.
Wait, what?
Probably know why. I have no idea why. I
Butterflies are
I
pretty.
don't understand it.
They're
And
pretty.
moths,
Yeah,
too, I
Literally,
imagine.
they will scream. They will run in horror at the sight of a butterfly.
My ex-wife is scared of moths.
Mhm. You should show her an atlas moth.
Adrianna, any idea what that phobia is called? Where you've got a fear of moths or butterflies?
I never
fear
heard
moth?
of it. I don't know. I don't know. There's a word for it.
Well, what's
I
the,
know people that are scared of moths.
what's the technical term for butterflies and stuff? I'm sure it's
Well, there's an order of it. There's an order of insects for moths and butterflies, so that would be Lepidoptera. I can type it in chat. Lepidoptera.
Lepidopterophobia.
Yeah, so probably something like that.
that's what I would guess. It would be something similar to that.
Yeah, like
The fear of
lepidophobia.
butterflies. The fear of butterflies and moths is called lepidopterophobia. Or
So it's what insects is.
mothphobia.
So it's what Adrianna's just typed with phobia at the end.
Yeah.
Is there a word for the
Hi,
fear
dog.
of cheese
dog.
sandwiches with the crust cut off?
Hey, dog. Come on.
I don't know.
Even come up with this shit. Like, how did that pop into your head?
I can.
You haven't spent enough time with them offline, have you?
Yeah.
It's just, I love it. Like, I wish I could do that. Just off the wall thinking.
Fear of cheese sandwiches. Not just cheese sandwiches. Just the ones with the crust cut off.
With the crust cut off. Exactly.
Holy
It's
fuck.
at
did I
times
just
like
sound
this. It's at times like this I realise if this answer's
Why
going
am
to
I
scare
friends
you,
with
don't
these
ask the question. Oh no, it's because I'm exactly like you. Just as batshit crazy.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. That's what makes it so much fun.
My dog gets
Wait.
excited.
I'm not batshit crazy. I'm the only sane person in this fucking room.
Oh, piss off! You're the one that sent us batshit crazy.
It's not my fault. The rest of you fuckers are nutty.
Hang on. Look at hang on. Animal lovers everywhere. There you go. Aw. The dog's like, why am I on camera?
She just got on my lap.
Aw.
And she gets really excited when like you do something like clapping or something. Sometimes. Hi, puppy.
She's adorable.
Oh, her name is Druid.
Druid?
Yeah.
Awesome. No wonder you like Druidism so much.
No. Actually, she's named after a D&D character. My other dog is named Swisher.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You named a dog
No,
Sister?
my parents did. This is my parents' dog.
Oh.
Right. So my parents named it after that. Okay, my dog. My dog. He's going,
My dog. Don't use his name or nothing.
She grabbed onto the headsets. Onto the wire. Okay, you guys got to see a little bit of my dog.
BBA, what the fuck are you doing? Stop looking at porn.
Dude, don't stop looking at porn, dude. Don't listen to him. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm trying to I'm trying to text Landon right now because
We said he got a call.
yeah, he said he had a call. I was just telling him to get back on whenever he got off the phone. He said it was on the phone with his dad about his mom.
Oh,
Is that okay?
Yeah, his mom fell and she's in the hospital right now. So.
Oh no!
Oh, shit.
Not good. That's too bad.
No.
Wish him well for us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tell him we'll pray.
Yeah, tell him that I just literally sacrificed a goat to the risen Macho Man Randy Savage. She's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be just fine. Just don't give her any cheese sandwiches with the crust cut off.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, that's only for white people.
All right.
No, but if he comes back on, I'll let him introduce himself.
Okay, fair enough. Fuck you smoking?
I thought you were a communion wafer.
No,
Are you smoking Jesus?
maybe. No, it's a Smock-Rollo badge. It's a vape.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
So you're saying that there's no Jesus in that at all?
No.
It'd be way cooler if there was.
I got to tell you guys, I'm getting pretty fucking excited about going down to Dallas in a couple of weeks.
Oh, I need four more subscribers.
4 more subscribers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody,
we were going to start boarding your channel.
Yeah, I reckon, right?
4 more subscribers, they'll do it. It's that Q&A stream. Question and answer.
Is it 100 subs that you? Or what is it that?
Yeah,
you
I'm trying to get 100 subs.
Yeah. So 4 away. If you haven't already, go and has anyone got a link they can put into the side chat? I'm
doing it now.
I've already. It's good. Just look me up on Twitter. I've already posted the link.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Go and subscribe to Insects Are Cool. We only need 4 more, but we'll take 10.
I'm looking.
There you go. I'll put it in the side chat for her.
Thank you.
You just got another one because
there
I
you
wasn't
go.
subscribed.
You weren't what the?
Hang on a second.
What?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Everyone in the panel, make sure you're subscribed.
Oh, he just followed me on. He just followed me on Twitter today too.
Hey.
97.
Okay. Okay, 3 more?
Well, we've got to get to the 100 while we're here.
Exactly. We've got to make it happen.
Now, I'm going to tell you something right off the top here, Adrianna. Once you have your 100 subs, they'll allow you to live stream, but you have to technically apply, and it can take up to 24 hours.
Oh, you have to apply to do
that. Yeah, you say, I want to do live streams. You check it off, they review, and then they generally, they say it can take up to 48 hours, to be honest, but generally within 24 hours, you can.
I know you could just live stream whenever. I didn't know you had to apply for it.
Yeah, all you got to do, no, she's in the U. I don't know if that's different for you in Canada, but to live stream right away, all you got to do is verify it with a number, like a cell phone number, telephone number. So they
maybe
that's on and it unlocks.
Oh, well, okay. So when I click the button, it says create video post. I get an option that says go live, but that means I can just go live.
Well, go to your creator.
All right.
Creator Studio.
Yep, Creator Studio.
I only needed.
And you should have a list of everything that.
Yeah. I didn't live stream. Yeah. Let me check. I didn't live stream, but let me check.
Can I get 52 subscribers and I can get there?
Sorry.
Wait.
Sorry. I take you out then.
You're at 97 now, so that's pretty fucking cool.
3 more.
Let's see if I can tie up with Neil and get 350. I'm at 336 right now.
Wait, I'm at 350?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't been.
No, you're at 360.
360?
360.
360.
Yeah. Give me a 360.
Yeah, you're going back around.
I'm a little slow, Terry. That kind of just sunk in.
Okay, sorry.
I've done a full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are at 360.
I am? Holy shit. When the hell did that happen?
Last night.
I'll have to start putting something on my channel. People keep subscribing to nothing.
Oh, Nacho Witness just subscribed. Thank you.
Yeah.
I am at 360. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you passed me up finally.
Finally.
I was ahead of you for a while.
Yeah, like the longest time. And I kept going, I'll catch up to you, bastard. I'll catch up to you. And apparently I've surpassed.
Oh, yeah.
But I promoted your channel before, so I'm going to do it again, actually.
Yeah. I just remembered I have a different account.
Okay, it says I'm eligible for live stream. Let's see if we can enable it though.
Oh, it says now that you're eligible?
Yeah, it's always said I was eligible.
Well, you're at 98 subscribers.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
I just posted one yelling at people to go subscribe to you. So.
Yeah, I did too.
So I think okay, so I think I can live stream whenever I want.
Well, you only need one more.
Oh, one more?
Yeah.
You don't even need that. I stream on my channel. It's got 10.
Oh, okay.
Terry paid off YouTube. Sorry, Red paid off YouTube.
Paid or not.
So, yeah. Okay, one more subscriber. Just do one more.
One more, and you're at 100. Awesome! That first 100 is always the hardest to get. After that, it gets a little bit easier.
Yeah.
I've just shared it on the Leah, the Leah page as well, and I'm gonna share it on the Floof Earth as well for you.
Okay, thank you to everybody that's sharing.
Floof Earth? That's hilarious.
I think
Floof
I've
Earth.
got your Twitter one. Like, not just only got 1.3k. Like, he hasn't got many.
No, right.
I think I got like the first 88 within like 34 hours or something like that.
Wow. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, quality content is going to get attention eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I know. I think. What was the last video that? Let me look at my videos.
Wasn't it the Catechism one?
Yeah.
Bub.
Yeah, I did.
Wait, who just left? Oh, Ian.
Oh, Pine Stick.
I don't know.
Ian.
Oh.
Yeah,
the oily. I had the oily Bible video, the original one. And then after that, my views started dropping off. They're starting to pick up. They're starting. I don't know. Slowly coming.
What kind of mic you got there, dude? Is yours the same as mine?
Blue Yeti.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was, but I noticed it was crooked.
You sound like you're choking. Just give me a sec, man.
Neil, someone is asking. Neil, someone is asking when Armra is going to be on.
Oh.
May.
Hang on here. Just give me a second here. It's in my schedule. I forgot what day it is.
Was it May 9th? I think it was May 9th.
Aaron Raw is May 4th. Saturday,
May
4th at 6 p.m. Pacific, which is 8 Central, 9 Eastern, 10 Atlantic. Yeah, that's gonna be. He was like, "Oh yeah, fuck yeah, I'll do it." So that was pretty cool. He promised me when I was in a hangout with him over a year ago now. I think I said, "Why not get my channel up and going? I'd love to have you on." So he's like, "Yeah, sure. Welcome back." So yeah, so May 4th, 6 p.m. I was kind of hoping I would be able to get him in there. May the 4th be with you. Yeah. Yeah. I was kind of hoping I could get him in though before I went to Texas, but Anyways,
Okay.
I only have two spots available before I go to Texas, which is what is it with Wednesdays? Nobody seems to want to do Wednesdays.
Oh well,
those are the only
that might
days.
be because on Wednesdays there's another streamer, James Downer, that's also streams at the same time.
Contesting Bones or whatever he does.
Yeah.
He's got great streams.
Yeah, that's why I'm usually there. I'm usually there on Wednesdays actually, so I'm just here for Mondays and Thursdays.
RJ, yeah, he's on with me on movie night.
Yeah, he's really good. I love his streams, and what's his name, Jackson Wheat hangs out with him sometimes.
Yeah.
Jackson's really smart too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all Wednesdays that I have available: the 24th, the 17th, and the 10th.
Okay, maybe you should pick a different time or day where it's not conflicting with James Downard.
I can't because on the Tuesdays I have shit that I do in the evening, and on the Thursdays I have shit that usually I go for dinner with my mom on Thursdays. So I can't disappoint mom. She gets really upset. Besides, she always pays.
Well, y'all go ahead and let
y'all.
I'm in the South.
Yeah, I am too.
We both are. Let Landon introduce himself to y'all. So.
Yes.
Well, I go to school with Zach on here. We've hung out a few times. We did a video together. I think he likes my car. Just a little bit. I think he likes my license plate.
Yeah, but it's attached to the car. What kind of car is it?
Not a Prius.
I have a 2017 Mustang, and then I have a 1995 Nissan 240.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Oh, welcome to my group then.
Terry, shut up, Terry. I know it's not a Prius.
240 is right.
Oh, I know.
240 is right-hand drive.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, normal.
So if we got any foreign people, they're probably familiar with that.
Well, yeah, Ian here would know right-hand drive.
Yeah, normal side. Yeah, that's the normal side, yeah.
Yeah, the normal side.
For y'all.
But yeah, they're nothing special. They're both janky.
I actually like the old Nissans back even when they were called Datsun. There's a guy in
I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel with it. I do mainly Instagram.
Why not?
Quite a few live streams.
What's keeping you from doing a YouTube channel?
Time.
Yeah, it does. It can consume some time. That's for sure.
If I'm not at school, I'm at work.
I don't do school anymore except for self-teaching shit. But
yeah, I worked 2 jobs, so.
Oh wow! I only have one.
I'm about to start working. I'm about to start working 3rd shift.
Wow.
Ooh. That's the
Do you sleep or?
Sleeps for the week.
I'll sleep when I'm dead. Fuck this.
I'd rather be tired and rich than broke and happy.
Broke and happy? Well, I don't know. I think I'd rather be broke and happy. Because if you're tired,
I'd rather be rich and happy.
Yeah.
I'm tired, broke, and happy.
Yeah, exactly right.
You're old, Terry.
I'm broke, tired, and depressed.
Depressed? Why is he depressed?
Runs in my family.
Because you're broke and tired.
So basically, you've inherited a chemical imbalance.
Yeah, and like it just, I don't know. Some of the slightest things make me like that.
That's kind of shitty.
I got a lot going on right now.
Well,
I don't know.
At least
I
you're
wanna,
busy.
Find something that makes me happy. And I identify as Catholic, but I really don't know what I am, to be honest.
What interests you?
Me personally, like the way I view things, pretty much every religion, it seems like they have some sort of afterlife. and you do good to get into that afterlife.
That's
Like
the
the
dogma.
Christianity, it's like heaven or hell, stuff like that. But
So
like,
what's
we really
stopping
don't
you
know if it's
making
real or
the
not.
what's stopping you making the most of this life, the one that you know you have?
Yeah, good question.
I don't know. I mean, the only really way to find out is if you die, but like, you're dead.
Yeah.
That's right. As I've put it in the past, I've often put it, you basically return to the state you're in before you were born. And you don't remember that, obviously, so I don't think you really have anything to fear because you're not going to remember.
I don't fear death.
That's good.
I've almost died several times.
Me too once.
I almost did it 3 weeks ago.
It's not good. Was it self-induced or was it accidental or? I don't want to pry too much.
Me and my girlfriend broke up, and I tend to go drive a lot when I'm mad. And I was driving way too fast on this curvy road, and I put my car into a ditch.
You guys had a fight, I guess?
So that's fun. Yeah, we split ways.
Well,
she keyed my car, and she tried to tell the police that I hit her. Tried to say I hit her, and then she keyed my car and took a lot of my expensive clothing that I have.
Whatever. That shit's replaceable. Yeah, I know if it's expensive, it's costly to replace, but
I mean, my car
to say
is my
that you
baby,
beat her, that you hit her and stuff like that,
Yeah,
that's
so
really
I have court.
shitty.
I have court in 2 weeks, and she's gonna win probably because she's the female and said all that sexist and everything. But that's really how it goes because I have no witnesses.
That's
Well,
your
how-
word
does
against
she?
her. Yeah.
Yeah, like we were at my house. That's when shit hit the fan.
How can she demonstrate or
I
prove?
could care.
It might sound a bit shitty now.
I mean, she has no proof.
Okay. Well, okay.
I mean, yeah, I get pissed off easy, but like, I'm never gonna hit a woman.
Well,
My
shouldn't hit
dad
anyone
used to
really
do that
unless
to my
it's
mom.
absolutely
I'll never do that.
right. Ian, what were you going to say?
I'm going to say it might
right.
sound shitty now, but if that's the kind of relationship you're in the long run, it will be better for you both mentally and physically.
Agreed.
Yeah, and I've realized that. I mean, I've been way happier lately because I can do whatever the hell I want.
Yeah.
Within reason.
Yeah,
but dude, that's a
that I want to
shitty
do
situation to be in.
yeah. I don't know. It's just I need something that like really. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, having focus really does help. I mean, you said you're a student. Is that something that does focus you a lot?
I can't stand school.
No, that's a different question. For me, learning something new is always a good release.
I can't.
It doesn't have to be something a book written. It can be some little crappy piece of trivia. Like, for example, I found out not so long since that World War II ended in 1990 legally. That was just that one little thing that I learned that day. It doesn't have to be anything in depth.
There's a few things that I have some interest in. Like,
can you give an example?
I've been getting into photography lately.
Wow, cool. Very cool.
That's a really good one.
I've been doing that for about a month.
What do you like to take pictures?
I like it. I do automotive photography. I actually have my camera right here.
Yeah, me too. We all have one, but they're not going to be professional. Let's just put it that way. I do videography at car shows myself. They have all the hot rods in there, and I go in and I do film work for a company. So pretty cool shit. It's my other job. That's only once every few months.
One second. I'll show you some shots I've taken.
Are you going to give us a little preview sort of thing? It's really bright.
Yeah. Yeah, the exposure's terrible. It looks good on the camera, but like, there we go.
Okay. Is that a Mustang?
It is. It's not mine. This one's my dad's. Mine's black.
What's that?
Do you go to the concourse shows?
Some.
You said that'd be a good place to take pictures and show off your portfolio.
For sure.
Here's the good ones. Here's the good ones.
I think it's a great hobby that you can turn into something professional too. So if you enjoy it that much, I would definitely recommend pursuing it. Maybe take a course.
Yeah, my friend does it for professionally, and he really taught me pretty much everything.
Well, hit him up for some wisdom. It's all in technique. Is it's all lighting. It's all position. It's all There's lots of things.
He helps me out a lot.
That's cool.
Here's my car.
Very nice.
And that's all I have on this one, but I have a lot on my phone.
Very cool. You can transfer those to your computer.
I don't know if anybody has Instagram in here, but you can go check some out.
I'm pretty sure I have it. I never use it. Too many other social things that I use. So I'm busy enough. I don't need another one to distract me. I get enough shit at work already. Why are you always on your phone? Because I'm talking to people that I like. Get out of my lab.
So I got to 100 subs, by the way.
Hey.
Did you?
Woohoo! Now you're going to have a 100 sub party.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the live stream.
Yeah.
Yep, you're going to have to do live stream. Can I come in?
I hate to see it, but I got to work in the morning. I'm gonna get off of here, guys.
Well, Landon, it was nice to meet you. And
do y'all do these every night?
No,
not every night.
Mondays, Wednesdays. Well, like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays.
Yeah, for me.
All right, I'll try to join another one. I'll tell.
Well, sub to my channel
and
sub to my channel and hit the little bell, and it'll notify you every time I go live.
If YouTube works.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Sure, man. It was nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, Len.
Well, it was nice meeting all y'all.
Hey, you'll always be welcome, man. Once
y'all have
my streams and I deem you to be cool, and you're cool. You can always
we talk about cars.
Y'all cool. Have a good night.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. You too, man.
You too, dude.
All right, see ya.
Yeah, I hope shit works out for him, because that's really shitty. I hate it because you know him better than any of us, Jack. So, could you see him being that kind of guy that actually hits somebody? I don't get that from him not at all. And he seems like he's pretty upset that she would even take that sort of thing with him. Like, how could she accuse him of that?
Yeah, I mean, he came into school the next day. He was pissed as hell, and because of it, because the Mustang that he has, I don't know if you guys could hear him or not, but it's a black 2017 Roush Stage 3 Mustang.
Oh, Roush.
Beautiful Roush. Awesome.
Yeah, and he's actually trying to sell it right now for like 85 grand.
Yep, that's pretty cheap for Roush.
Yeah, but he's got he's modified it a lot. He's put a lot of work into it. It's got, because stock, the car comes with like 600 and something horsepower.
Yep.
Stock, it's like 600 something horsepower. He's got it up now to like 934.
Oh,
Wow.
So
what?
Yeah.
Might as well have a teleporter. It's that fast. Hey, I got to go to 7-Eleven. I'm back.
Yeah.
You'd never be late for an appointment.
Nope. You get there before they scheduled it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's told me before that he's topped off speed wise at 170 miles an hour in the thing.
You know, that power and speed, you know, it's just a wet dream for me. But it's absolutely useless in the UK.
Well, yeah, I've been there.
Yeah,
He's
down
right.
those country lanes, you'd be lucky to get up to 50 mile an hour.
You'd be lucky to fit it down a country lane.
Yeah.
It's dangerous to go past 10 kilometers an hour in some of those streets.
Do you want to speak in English rather than in that foreign kilometers?
Better yet, you should speak in American. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Talk
Sorry.
American.
What is that?
Don't think too hard, Neil.
It's about 15 flat units if it's an American.
Wait. What's a flat unit? We're talking about miles per hour here.
It's all your flat earthers in America that are poisoning the world's scientific community.
Don't be pissed off because we have the best system. It's not our fault.
Or the best.
Metric's the best system.
No. What?
No.
What? No.
Okay, I'm gonna enjoy listening to this argument.
No. I'll put an end to it right now.
Let me tell you something. Next thing you know, you're going to be telling me that fucking Jesus ain't real, and there's some crazy shit going on with fucking goddamn fucking lizard babies. I ain't hearing that shit. All right, it's miles. It's goddamn gallons. Fuck that metric shit. I grew up here in the United States of America, greatest fucking country. It's like, I swear to God, it's like top 3 in the fucking goddamn top 3 countries in North America. It comes in number 3 every fucking year. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
You mean
you cracked me up, man?
One of 3 countries that still uses the imperial system? Is that what you mean?
What I mean is the imperial fucking system blows the fucking goats. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
America is still based on the metric system, whether you like it or not.
Don't you be spreading that communist bullshit. Nobody's trying to hear that.
You got to keep up with the times. You're a bit backward, I think.
God.
Well, the thing is there's a reason why it's called the imperial system.
Yes, we know.
Because it's better than the metric.
That's right. It's like the Imperial March. We're coming for you, motherfuckers. All right. It's just a matter of goddamn time before all you.
I've got a problem with this. Americans had a problem with the imperial system some 200 years ago, so they turned into terrorists and overthrew the rightful monarchy.
Right? Because goddamn it, because
the imperial system. Oh, hypocrisy, not
fucking brilliant.
No. Nobody's trying to hear that shit. Nobody's trying to hear that shit right there. You just need to back up a second.
Reality.
And nobody's trying to hear. Like, no, you're wrong. You're just wrong.
Who voted for Trump into the?
I voted for Trump. God damn it! I voted for Trump because he's the fucking greatest man that ever lived on the planet. He's like this guy. He's a fucking emperor god of conservatism.
With this hick.
Look here now. Nobody represents Jesus better than Trump. That's a fact. That's just a fucking fact.
Oh, and let's count this down. Misogyny. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's not like well, hold on now. It's not like warmers need to be. Okay. No. It's not like warmers need to be equal, and it's not genocide. It's not genocide if they're not goddamn white or something. I'm just saying. Like, what are you talking about with all this genocide shit? What are you, a jeweler?
Oh my god, I am never getting monetized. That's all I know.
Look here, I'm clean to see goddamn Beauregard, and I'm telling you right now, Trump's the goddamn king of the world. There ain't no such thing as no fucking metric system. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit the communists made up to try to fucking get us away from fucking being able to bake fucking apple pies.
You know what, motherfucker? I'm sending all the chemtrails to your house.
Monetization or not, we're at least in good company.
Because I have control of the heart processes right now.
You know, it's interesting to note that the country that invented the metric system also gave you the Statue of Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about the French?
Yeah.
Because that's the same. That's some same son bitches. That's some same son bitches that don't like America.
That's just any of the other sovereign nations around the world, apart from Israel.
Holy shit! It was like the coolest burn. It was like,
yeah, but none of that shit matters because all that matters is America. That's it.
And that Israeli and Iraqi oil.
Yeah, well, Israeli and Iraqi oil is what keeps us going. That's why we got to get over there and make sure that we can fucking keep the conflict going. So we can fuck things up and fuck everything up, and it's all right, man. I mean, shit. It's not like look, hold up, man. No, we're talking about like they ain't the same kind of peoples that we are.
Oh yeah. We've also got the arms trade to both sides of the conflict.
Yeah, because fuck them. It's America. I'm playing devil's advocate. Devil's advocate. I'm not being me. I'm being Cletus C. Beauregard, just being a dick. My phone is going to die. I'm at 1%. You guys are awesome. I'm going to bounce out. You guys have a great night.
Have a good one, dude.
Have a great one.
See you, Doogie.
See you later, Duke. Although that does mean that Adrianna can now get a word in edgeways.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, about that. So I want to ask two questions actually. Okay, so first question is, it says I'm going to do a live stream. When should I do it? Like, I don't know what days are good for people. They want to come by.
You got to cater for 3 countries. Yeah, you got 3 different time zones.
Yeah, I missed the question. I was typing in.
I asked when exactly should I do a live stream? Like what day and what time?
Well, it's 4:20 in England at the moment, so that's not a good time for guys in England.
Yeah, it's not good for Ian. I'm actually surprised he's still with us, to be honest.
Oh, you've got no chance of getting rid of me.
It sort of depends on where the majority of your audience is. But when you're just starting, it probably doesn't matter as much.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just put a poll on Twitter or something.
Your community
post. Way to do it.
Your community tab as well. Make sure it's in there.
Oh, community tab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that available for?
I think it's at 100. Yeah.
No worries, brother. Bubble belt's taken off for a second. Well, you guys know that.
Okay.
Yeah, the community tab in YouTube where you can put polls and stuff or little announcements, shit like that. I see them all the time. I've yet to use that. I've not used them.
Okay. Well, okay. I'm gonna ask the second question. I'm trying to debate whether or not I want to do like we're in a hangout right now. Should I do a hangout for the instant Q&A or not? I don't know if I want to do that or not.
Sure.
I don't usually want to do it. I don't get averted.
Yeah, but you'll be the master of ceremonies on your channel.
That's right.
Yeah, well, I'll just be on my channel.
You will have your finger over the nuke button.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just be turning around and say, "Oh, bitches, it's my channel. Do as I say."
That's right. That's right.
Just don't have Duke there because he'll just take the mick at you and say that you have a priors.
Tell them you'll send a plague of locusts over the place.
Actually, another thing about Duke, because for my channel, I want to be at least see my formal. I don't want to talk about controversial topics actually that includes atheism, but I don't want to talk about that. And also, I probably want to keep things PG.
Yeah. Oh, don't have me on. That would be a bad idea.
If you're doing a Q&A stream, and like it'd be worthwhile having one or two people that you know and trust to be on with you to chat and keep a conversation. If they'll also be useful to watch the side chat, and if you miss questions coming in,
which I haven't,
answering something. But other than that, I wouldn't recommend doing a big group of people.
Yeah,
if you're trying to interact with your audience.
Yeah. One or two people is usually, for something like that, is fine. That way it doesn't get out of control, especially with Duke.
Or Artie.
Hey, Purple.
Hey, Purple.
Hey, Purple.
Hey.
You gotta stop leaving these links just lying around, you know what I mean?
All out of my pocket again? Crap.
Purple, have you been hacking Neil's laptop again?
I'd be surprised if you was able to do that.
Yeah, I was just thinking, purposely hacking a laptop? No.
You have no idea. My technical skills end at Lego.
Hey, that is a pro level. Lego is extreme, man.
So when are we going to have a practice on a hangout again, Orange?
I saw that.
Yeah.
Fucking 15 of them pop up in my feed.
I've got to figure out what's going on with Streamlabs. Whatever I've got set up for Streamlabs, there's something really wonky about it.
Are you using Streamlabs OBS or using?
Yeah, I was trying to use the Streamlabs OBS, but I can't seem to figure out the settings for it. Because every time I load it up, I get a little bar in the lower left-hand corner that says your YouTube account is not enabled for streaming.
What?
Oh, go to your creator studio.
We've done that. It is.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Yes.
But I can't get rid of that notification, and it's like,
for whatever reason, in Streamlabs, it doesn't seem to want to recognize that. We've taken out the key, redone the key, to try and reinitialize the connection to the channel. Still doesn't change. But for whatever reason, it will still take it live sometimes.
A workaround for that, go sign up for Restream. You can take the Restream key and it'll work that way. If you want to try to get around that with Streamlabs OBS.
I'm not familiar with Restream. I've heard of it, but I haven't used it, so I'd probably have to fiddle myself to figure that one out.
Yeah, it's they sign up to it, and then you log into your whatever accounts you want to Restream to, and then take the Restream key it gives, and then plug that into Streamlabs OBS.
Would that, in essence, be taking the OBS stream through Restream and then putting it up on YouTube through that connection? Is that how that works? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Well, we'll see if it's an option.
Well, I figured at this point the next thing to try is I'm gonna just uninstall the Streamlabs and try reinstalling it from scratch and see if that helps.
I'd give that a go. That wouldn't take a couple minutes. It'd be worthwhile trying.
Yeah,
for sure.
Not a bad idea either.
Like hitting a reset button.
Yeah, because I had some issues with Streamlabs OBS opening it up sometimes, not updating.
I mean, even if the thing was working properly, I don't understand half the terminology. So even when people are explaining it to me, I don't really know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, that's hopefully something I'll be able to help you out with too, Purple, because I definitely want to keep trying to get this working for you.
Yeah, well, I'll have to, try watching some YouTube videos, some tutorials on it, and see if that helps me understand it better.
If you need any help with it, I'm always available as well.
Okay, thanks for that, Red. Yeah,
I'm running Streamlab OBS for my streams. So
okay, there we go.
Adrianna's back.
Yep.
Yeah, I was wondering why we lost her.
No, she was in the lounge room and then she went back to her bedroom.
Yeah. I'm back with my spot with the insects.
Yeah.
Right now, who have we lost? We lost Neil now.
Yeah, he's got a call, I think.
Oh, right.
Want to jump out of the stream? Are we by ourselves then?
No, Neil's gone for a smoke outside.
Yeah,
Stay out of the weather, Neil.
Oh, we've got 2 Neils.
Yeah,
because he jumps in on his phone. Yeah. I'm going to have a smoke too.
Yeah, me 3.
We're all terrible human beings, unhealthy and everything.
Yeah, don't smoke, Adrianna.
Well, you only live once. Enjoy it.
Exactly, Red. Exactly.
You know, surprisingly,
I'm here for.
Yeah.
Even for how terrible my stream went the other night, apparently people have watched it since then.
Really?
Because we never had more than 10 people in there, and now it's got like 25 views.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all it was IT support and a bit of chit chat.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, half the time all we do is chit chat anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised anybody would bother to look at it after it was over.
Well, it's one of those things you don't always get the videos from her. Take the time to sit down and do it, hop on and watch it when it's done. I like the long form stuff for driving around and stuff. If I got a long road trip, putting that on for.
Yeah, generally the interviews are like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I wind up putting those on a playlist, and when I go lay down, because it's like I sleep for like 2 hours and then I'm like laying there in bed awake for an hour. So I have that stuff playing all night, and that's how I listen to a lot of that.
That happens to me quite a bit too. There, Purple, laying in bed or sleeping for a couple hours, waking up, can't fall asleep again for like an hour. And it really sucks when it happens on a work night, because I have to be at work at fucking 5 in the morning. So.
Yeah.
Ouch.
It were a real fucker when scientist Mel was doing a 24-hour streams. Because I'd wake up in the middle of the night and that'd be playing still. And I'd end up watching it for like 4 hours and realize the alarm clock would go off. It's like, oh crap.
Fuck.
Yeah, a lot of times I'm not even aware of the time until I realize that, hey, the sun's getting a little brighter outside.
Yeah, it tends to do that as it's rising.
Well, I'm going to just pipe in right quick. I've got to go record my video for my channel for tomorrow. So if you guys are still up after that, which I doubt it, then I'll hop back in. But if not, then I'll see you guys tomorrow on my channel.
All right, man.
Okay.
No,
Okay, catch you later.
Pleasure meeting you.
See you guys.
I'm out of beer, so chances are I might have to go get some more.
Well, you're not going to take us to the store with you, are you?
Oh, it's only 8:30 here. So the night is young, and my buddy lives downstairs just texted me and says, "We're going to bed." So I called him an old man.
Well, what else do you do when you got no beer left?
Well, he drank too much last night, so he was drinking Gatorade all day today to try and regain some of his electrolytes or whatever, because he was all hungover this morning. So.
Oh, don't tell me he's in a idiocracy.
So I imagine that's why he's crashing early tonight. He's probably going to go lie in bed and watch more of the show that he's watching right now, fucking Ray Donovan or whatever. Or Rome. He also watches that one.
ATV.
Right now I've been binge watching anime. So.
Which ones?
Right now I'm on One Piece. I didn't realize there were so many of them.
Oh God!
I recently just binge watched Death Notes.
Death Note's a good one.
Dead Note has become my. I've read. Sorry, I've only read the manga books of Dead Notes, and I just recently just watched the anime, and the anime is a lot better than the manga. So, I think Dead Note has become my favorite anime now.
Just whatever you do, don't watch the live action version.
Oh, are you talking about the Netflix version?
Yeah, I mean,
I already know it's horrible.
The only redeeming factor of that movie is Willem Dafoe.
Yeah,
but other than that, it's garbage.
Well, yeah, but the Japanese live action is better though.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
Hey, I got to run. I might be back though. It depends how long I am, and it depends how long you guys are hanging around for. Probably.
Okay, bye,
yeah, catch you later, Nacho.
Yeah, run fast.
Right,
Nacho.
All right, Nacho, thanks for jumping in, brother.
Run like there's a giant spider behind you.
Yeah, I was thinking of something like that.
One of the huntsmen.
Oh, if you want a nightmare one, there's you seen the video of the guy that goes out into his garage and there's the big egg sack opening up with huntsmen, spiders. Nightmare fuel. I'll do it, dig it up. It was Deep Fat Fried did an episode on spiders and it was in there.
You know what I've been
which film is scarier? Arachnophobia, where you've got a lot of spiders trying to kill you, or Charlotte's Web, where a spider learns how to read and write?
I like Egg-Legged Freaks. That was a good one.
Yeah,
that was a fun one.
Definitely. I like the Goliath bird eater trying to flip over the fucking the Sunbeam camper.
I need to watch these movies.
Oh, and so is Egg-Legged Freaks. It's funny as hell.
I need to watch this.
Obviously, spiders could never get that big because their own weight would crush them. But it's still pretty funny. It reminds me of an old movie that I watched when I was a kid that scared the shit out of me called Food of the Gods.
Yep, I remember that.
How the hell did that scare you?
Because I was like fucking 7.
Oh, how times have changed.
Giant chicken. Like, come on, man.
And a lot of things have changed. I mean, people now are so jaded by the special effects.
Yeah.
That, if you had not seen like anything with special effects up to the caliber of the original Star Wars, back in the 60s and 70s, some of these movies were legitimately scary.
Oh, yeah.
Also, people used to have an imagination back then so they could fill in the gaps. I think we've lost that.
Yeah, that being said, Gremlins was initially given a 18 rating in the UK. It's now been dropped down to a PG.
Yeah, I think so. You're right.
So I think that's equivalent to PG-13 in that side of the pond.
Yeah.
The one question I had about Gremlins is they told them not to feed them after midnight, but they never said which time zone.
I've asked about that. Considering the things came from China originally.
Yeah, so which time zone?
Well, the thing is, if you're not allowed to feed them after midnight, what time afterwards are you able to start feeding them again?
Yeah.
I don't think it ever mentions that.
Of course, Gremlins is one of those that, the way they rate them, somehow the gore factor doesn't seem to have any effect on the rating.
That was made by Jim Henson company, wasn't it? For the animatronics part of it or something?
You mean Gremlins?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. That's good.
I don't think he was involved in that one.
Okay. Yeah, he was pretty selective about that. I mean, he was a hard sell to get for the first Ninja Turtles film, being too violent, and there to do the puppet works for that one. So I can't imagine Gremlins would have been one the Henson company would have done.
Like the most violent movie that Henson had ever did was The Dark Crystal.
Well, that one wasn't violent, but yeah, it was certainly, very dark and unsettling.
Mm-hmm. A great movie, though.
Oh, yeah. I've got it on DVD.
I mean, I heard that they were going to take that into make it into a series at some point, but then I never saw anything past that.
Yeah, actually, I have a book about that, about a lot of the other artwork in that was already done for there to be at least a second and third movie that never got produced.
Dark Crystal Part 2?
Yeah. Yeah, well, there was going to be a sequel and a prequel to it.
Oh, and they never went through with it, eh?
No, it never got past the artwork stages.
Oh, shit. That would have been really cool to see. Because that was like literally one of my favorite movies ever back in the day.
Does anyone know what movies Jamie Hyneman worked on?
James Hyneman?
Jamie Hyneman, the guy from Mythbusters.
Yeah.
Special effects wise, yeah.
I can't think what films he were in. He worked on.
Yeah. Might have been more B-grade movies then, not so much A-grade.
James Hyneman.
Has anyone here watched the horror movie Mimic?
Yep.
I watched that for one of my classes actually.
Yep, I quite enjoyed that one actually. I thought the whole premise behind it was interesting.
Yeah, what's funny? I watched this for my introduction to entomology class.
Really?
Yeah. So what's funny is one of the things that was mentioned for them, to get the bigger size, they changed the respiratory system of the insects. Apparently, they evolved differently, so they actually have actual lungs, and then somehow that made it so they could make it easier for them to get bigger.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've always understood, that the thing that was limiting insects was not actually having lungs.
Yeah.
That's the reason that millions of years ago we were able to have dragonflies the size of eagles.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, okay. What Jamie Hyneman's done: Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones special effects, Matrix Reloaded special effects.
Oh wow!
And Star Wars 1 as well.
Yep. Also, Flubber, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Arachnophobia, RoboCop,
Dracula
and Top Gun. Yeah.
Wow. Holy shit! He's worked on some big ticket items.
Yeah.
You got more than what I got.
I'm just on IMDb at the minute. Rude Awakening as well.
I like superhero movies. TV tube me. Me too.
Yeah, I'm
Has anybody seen Shazam yet?
No. Well, it just came out, dude. I always give it at least a couple of weeks before I go in there. Because it's like fucking zombie fest when you go to a premiere.
Well, my brother's got into one of the early showings, or the early special showings they do.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna, it's like, do I gotta go to the movies by myself? I don't like doing it. But,
can't talk anyone going in with you?
Well, the two of them are out of town. They might go, and then when they get back tomorrow night. But yeah, the other one doesn't want to. So I already saw it.
What'd they think?
I haven't talked to them about it yet. I forgot that they had that thing. So
I haven't.
Go see it tomorrow, maybe.
I haven't heard anything about it yet, but it sure looked pretty funny. And what's his name? Fucking The Rock is the bad guy in this, right? He's Black Adam.
Yeah.
So I pretty much like almost anything that The Rock's in, and I think he's I think he's hysterical.
I was only on last night a movie called shit. Now I forgot what it's called. Now.
That, and then I think, next week's the Hellboy reboot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Central Intelligence. That's right. It was on last night.
Oh, with Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart and The Rock.
Yeah. No, is it just me, or does The Rock predominantly seem to only do movies that are rip-offs of other movies from 80s and 90s?
Well, that's basically what they're paying him to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, he's got more range than doing the stock action hero thing that he's into right now. But
well, his TV series is doing really well.
Oh yeah,
Ballers or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, he's rolling in the dough.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have to worry about much.
No.
I have yet to see that show though, but I heard it's pretty good. But mind you, I've got too many other ones that I watch currently right now. So.
Oh yeah, there's way too much stuff to watch.
I know. I just sort of binge watch everything. I'll download a bunch of episodes and just binge watch a whole bunch. You know what? They rebooted for a TV series. You guys some of you may not remember this. I'm pretty sure Purple will remember, and Terry. Do you guys remember a show called Night Stalker?
Yeah, I think.
Oh yeah, with Darren McGavin.
Yep. They rebooted that show, and I have the first 10 episodes that I downloaded. I'm going to check it out and see if it's even comes close to the quality of the
Let me tell you what you think. Let me know what you think. I really did like the original one.
Me too. I used to stay up late, and my mom would give me shit because I was always staying up late to watch it. It was basically the X-Files before the X-Files.
Well, a freaky thing about that one that a lot of people don't know, about half of the episodes were actually based on unclosed police files.
Yeah. That's true. I don't know why, but my phone app here, when I'm trying to watch the comments here, but the video stream itself seems to not have a connection. It keeps fucking flaking out on me.
It's because you're on Android.
Yeah, yeah, that must be it. Now it's fine.
That
Just says tap to read.
Went from 74 to 75.
Yeah. Yeah, they had 2 seasons, I think, and that was it. And the second season wasn't even a full season like the first one. It's just, you know what? I think it was before its time. That's why.
Hey, I have a custom URL now.
Yeah, all right. I think I do too now. I think they asked me if I wanted it. I was like, yeah, sure, and clicked it, and I don't even know if I ever went back to look and see. But anyway. Hey, look at that. You posted it in the chat. Woohoo!
Cool. Yeah, that was the biggest thing for me to push over 100 was so that my URL isn't just a long string of random characters that nobody can figure out.
Yeah, I think I could do that too. No connection. What the fuck? What do you mean no connection? I'm hooked up to the Wi-Fi on here. What are you talking about?
Has it been working since you came back in from your SIG?
I don't know. I completely forgot to start checking out the chat before while we were doing the first part of this. So I don't know.
I'm just wondering if when you joined the Hangout from your phone, if it screwed up YouTube.
Maybe what I should do is reboot.
At least it's not a Microsoft product. Otherwise, it would tell you no connection. Would you like to try the online help?
Yeah, no, I'm good now. I just rebooted the app, and we're good now.
There you go. So the 2 things that always work, either turning it off and on again, or hitting it with a hammer.
Hammer, yeah, that works.
Hammer fixes everything. Yeah.
Doorknob head's like, no connection? That's phase 1. Phase 2, the men in the dark suits bust into your house and take you away.
With a flashy thing in the dark glasses.
What are you guys doing here?
And you wake up on your bed the next morning going, what happened?
Yeah, that's right. Why does my butt hurt?
That's
just remember, if the guys in suits show up, none of you know anything about flamethrowers.
Oh, okay. Why would I have to say that?
If you got to ask, you don't want to know.
Actually, I've made a comment a couple of times that if Trump gets reelected, I'm going to burn the whole country to the ground.
Oh.
So I'm going to start with doing a tutorial on YouTube of how to build your own flamethrower.
Perfect.
The thing is, that'll be a race between you and Trump who will burn it down first.
Yeah, exactly. Can you guys really? I mean, do you guys really think that he'll win again?
I'd be surprised if he does.
Depends who he's against.
Yeah, I think for the most part they can run just about anybody and probably come out on top. But I mean, history says it's harder.
Hey, Evans.
Hey, Evans.
Harder to beat an incumbent. So,
unfortunately, Red. I think the problem was that the last time around, they believed that if it was Trump, they could run anyone and beat him. And the problem is...
I mean, outside of Hillary. Hillary was kind of the one person you couldn't run against Trump. So, with her baggage. And in the field, I don't think there's anybody that's going to be that bad. Maybe Booker, if he gets it.
The problem
I really
is...
don't like Harris, and she seems to be the front runner or who they want to win.
The problem is the number of people who believe their votes don't count. Trump's base is always 30-35%. No matter what he does, they won't never shake. So if he can get 35%, if the total voter turnout is less than 70%, 35% constitutes a majority. So we've got to get the voter turnout up above 70%. And how many U.S. elections has that ever happened in?
That's not your only problem. You've also got to get the electoral college to actually give a shit about what the people vote for.
That's a valid point.
Yeah.
Is it a common theme or not a common theme for a president that you get elected to be actually known by a lot of people or not? Like, has there been presidents that no one's really known about? Like they weren't up high enough in the electoral part of people's knowledge as much?
Well,
I know Trump's not a politician per se, but I'm thinking of other presidents, like everyone from Ronald Reagan to whoever.
Yeah, they've all been professional politicians, haven't they, beforehand?
Well, with the media, the name recognition is a big thing. And actually, as far as recent ones, Obama was probably the least known.
Yeah.
I mean,
I would agree.
Before he started running, did anyone outside of Illinois know who Obama was?
I didn't.
Yes. I actually met him when he was...
Wait, you met him?
Yeah. Back in 2003, I think.
Wow.
What, socially or just...
I was on manoeuvres with the British Army, and he just happened to be doing something in the area and ran into each other. No idea who he was or anything like that.
Oh, shit, that's cool.
It was just some American politician that we were introduced to.
For a sec. I'll be back in a minute now.
Yep, no worries.
Okay, I'm about to push poll on Twitter.
Everybody hide.
Okay, so I'm put a poll on Twitter. I picked 3 different times. Like April 16th, which is to say, at 6 p.m. my time. Saturday, April 20th, 1 p.m. Or Thursday, April 18th, 6 p.m.
Monday?
I don't have a Monday. Tuesday, Saturday, or Thursday.
Tuesday, Saturday, or Thursday. Mm-hmm. Well, if it's early enough on Saturday, I can be involved. And Tuesday, Thursday, if it's early enough, I can be involved too. But more so Thursdays, I think, than Tuesdays.
The main thing is I just need, does somebody have a website going, of people listing when they're going to be on? Because I never find out when these things are on half the time until after they're an hour into it.
Yeah. Don used to have a schedule for everybody.
Okay, I have a poll on Twitter.
So
Twitter's usually how I keep up with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you may not see the posts right away. Because, I mean, we've been doing this now.
Even, Shane's YouTube group, Purple?
No.
All right, that's a good spot to do it because they share around just about everybody's links in there when stuff goes on or leading up to it. So they share a lot. So it's who's all in there? Shane, Brantley, Christie's in there. A whole bunch of people, and it's usually a good spot to get this stuff when it's about to go live. They share it around in there. I'll send you a friend thing through YouTube here and get you added to it.
What group is this, Red?
It's a YouTube community group.
Yeah.
So so now that we're friends on YouTube, I can add you to that too, Neil. I just got to figure out how. I only got added into it because they were we did my deconversion after party thing, so Brantley and everything's on there. So after we got on that, I got the invite to that group. So that's how Shane shows up to everything. And Spooky Bed Hair, I think, is in there and stuff. So yeah, that's how the regulars get around the community.
Speaking of spooky, people are bugging me to have Spooky on for a deconversion story.
That'd be a good one.
Bug.
Yeah, do it. He's been around forever, and we really don't know much about him.
Mm-hmm. Got Spooky Bed Hair, I hear.
Yeah, Spooky's awesome.
Yeah, maybe I should talk to him about that. I think I presented the idea to him at one time, and nothing really ever came of it. So I'm not sure. I don't think he wanted to do it at the time, but that could be different now, for all I know. Who else is vaping? I hear.
That'll be me. Sorry.
Oh, okay. That's okay. Just every once in a while, I hear this.
Goddamn hipsters.
Goddamn hipsters. No, that's Evans. He's got the look for the hipster look.
Yeah,
that's true.
Evans has got the best beard. Nobody can compete.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. We just need to get you into some flannel.
I've
got flannel.
There's tatted philosophy.
Yeah, no, I know. And I was comparing Evans and Tatted in a stream earlier where, to be honest, Tatted's got nothing on Evans. Nothing.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I hate to say that, but it is objectively true.
And that's the thing. Like, look, I love Tatted. He's great. But his beard just cannot compare to that beautiful majesty hanging off of Evans's face. Like, that is glorious.
We think you need to dye it royal purple.
Oh, I don't know. It's got a beautiful natural color to it.
You're going to get into the competitive beard growing circuit?
No.
I don't know. There's some big money.
Shit.
There's some big money in that. You can make like $20, $30 a show.
$20-$30.
Yeah.
When you know you're going to win everything, you just don't bother entering them all. You know.
Yeah, the Learning Channel or something did a series on that a couple of years ago, and it's like, this is a real thing.
It is, and some of these guys have the fucking craziest designs in their beards. It's just nuts what these guys do. Like one guy had like his mustache alone came out and was like super curly, and then every other one was curly and curly and curly.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
There's some weird designs. And I always wonder, like, how much time do they go like to put into crafting that? You know, like that can't be an everyday thing, obviously, because that would just you'd spend most of your day doing that just to go out to the store for 5 minutes. You know, like.
Yeah,
it brings a whole new meaning to the term "bad hair day."
I think they really only do that when they're going out to these types of things, or
for the
maybe
console.
Yeah. I don't think they go to work like that.
I'm just wondering how they drink the soup.
Clearly, for some of the people, this is a fetish thing, because I just remember one scene there of one of the women that was judging this, stroking this guy's beard, and you can see she is getting visibly turned on stroking his beard.
Well,
You know,
Must
you
have been a
mentioned
nice
that.
beard.
You mentioned that, Purple, and I literally read a tweet earlier today from some girl that had posted that just showed up in my feed. It says, how can we be expected to have an orgasm if our men don't have beards? So there you go.
Oh, fuck.
And look, it's not wrong.
Yeah.
We'll have to take your word for it, Evans. But that was a pretty fucking funny tweet. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess she likes beards.
Yeah, I mean, look, there are things that make men objectively sexier, and beards are definitely the best one. I mean,
well,
I don't think that's an uncontentious thing to say, or a contentious thing to say, rather.
Ian nailed it. Speak of the devil, because Billy just showed up. Evans is a hangouts slut.
This is true. Did Billy say that?
Yeah, he did.
He's only jealous because he's not in here as well.
He's just jealous because I've got a better beard.
Don't forget that's an objective fact.
That is an objective fact. He knows. He may not want to admit it, but he knows.
Oh. So, Nachi, you weren't gone for very long.
No, Butterlow's just down the road. That's the trick about Aussies. There's a Butterlow on every corner.
No, there you go.
How you been, Not Jod? It's been a while, buddy.
Yeah, well, I know he's like it's been ages, really, in a one-on-one. No, I'm good, man.
I see you in the side chat, but
yeah, I was hoping I'd get an invite into that last show, but no, I think they had it capped with the amount of talking that was going on.
And with Artie and Billy in a hangout, really nobody else has a fucking
no, exactly.
And I say that as somebody that can talk with the best of them.
Yeah.
I've got nothing on Artie, that's for fucking sure.
No, he's a larrikin, that one.
So fuck, Artie's hilarious.
But yeah, he's a funny dude.
So Billy, you can't come in because it's bedtime. Oh, okay.
Yeah, little bitch.
Yeah. Leave Evans and I to ourselves to play video games.
Sleep is for the weak.
That's right.
That's my bedtime. Me.
Sorry, Billy. If you're ever at my place, you gotta sit at the kids' table and eat.
Evans, that just reminded me of the Prodigy song "Smack My Bitch Up."
Smack my bitch up.
And
that's gonna be stuck in my head. Thanks, Ian.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I'm going to bed now.
Let me just leave that with you and then fuck off. All right. Thanks for hanging out with us, bud.
Good night, man.
Good night.
Good night.
Speak to y'all.
You betcha.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
This one's going kind of late, guys. I didn't figure y'all would still be going.
Yeah.
Well, my buddies downstairs decided to call it a night early, so I really have nowhere to go.
Oh.
I don't have any other friends except you guys.
Yeah, we're like the leftovers, like the option.
Option B.
Yeah, we're like that chick that it's like, it's better than nothing.
You people, honestly, you have no idea what I would give for the ability to actually fall asleep at a reasonable hour on any given night.
That's true too. Yeah, we've spoken about that before.
Yeah, just my brain will not shut down. I have no choice about it. I just have to keep running until I am too physically exhausted to move. And that's the only time that I kind of doze off for a while.
Normally I go to sleep in about 4.5 seconds. Like I'm just out.
Wow.
My wife can attest to that.
Like hours.
Why is she trying to get all hubba with you? And
if I lay down for more, I can't sit still or I'll go to sleep regardless of where I'm at. And so she's got to strike quickly.
How do you drive?
How do I drive? I listen to audiobooks. That's the only thing that'll keep me awake while I'm driving.
Actually, I do the same, so I can relate.
Yeah, well, like I said, I set up the playlist of the interviews and, on any of the longer format stuff I haven't had a chance to listen to. And it's like some nights I'm laying there and it's like Okay, this is going into the third interview, and I know all of these were at least an hour and a half.
Ooh.
Still awake. Yeah.
That is a rough night.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay.
That's about 5 nights a week for me.
Wow. I wouldn't be able to. There's no way I could do that because of my schedule. So I use the old hammer method. If I can't fall asleep, I just hit myself in the head with a hammer.
Yeah, I wish I could find something. I've, too many times going to work on like 3 hours sleep.
I've done that many times too. And it's weird because if I get I can go to work on 3-4 hours sleep and be productive. And then I've been doing that. That's happened to me so often that when I get more than, say, 6 hours, it seems like I'm more tired. It's weird.
Whew. I can do the 3 or 4 hours one night, and then the next day I'm a fucking zombie if I do it again.
Yeah.
There's a thing I'd like to. I sometimes try to do. Do you guys know anything about polyphasic sleep?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I keep trying to do that.
I know what sleep means. I don't know even that other word.
Polyphasic is actually the way ancient humans used to sleep. They were only sleep for so many hours a day, and then they would go and do stuff, and then they would sleep for so many more hours.
Yeah, even just a couple hundred years ago, that most people would only sleep for like 3-4 hours, and then they'd get up and they'd go visit the neighbors in the middle of the night.
And then they go back home.
That was a common practice a couple hundred years ago, and it wasn't any big deal because you knew everybody in town was going to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Well, it was common practice. So yeah, exactly. So Billy says he's got to go to bed. Can't come in here, but he's still hanging out in the chat.
Come say hi.
Fucking slacker. I'm too lazy to type. That's all right. He doesn't need to be here. So, what do you? I'm pretty excited about the final Avengers movie coming out.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Same
I've been
here.
behind on Marvel movies.
What?
You got time to catch up.
What's the last one you've seen? They're doing a marathon on some of the channels too. Where they
there's something. I don't know if it's on a channel or if they're going to go to the movie theaters and do it. But
they announced
they're going to do a Marvel marathon. I think Tuesday or whatever.
Yeah, I got them all on my hard drive here. Anyways, I got them all on this thing. But
yeah, I've only seen about half of them myself.
I've seen them from day one, man. The Hulk, Iron Man, Thor, all of them, right up.
Oh man, I wish I could say that. My theatrical viewing was sporadic.
I know it's not the final one. I meant the final chapter to the Infinity Gauntlet saga. Tatted, thank you.
Fuck you, Tatted. Go to bed. Either that or get back into Apex with me and Red. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, this town doesn't even have a movie theater anymore, so...
Oh, mine doesn't either.
Yeah, we have to wait until the stuff comes out on DVD, and then they play it at the community center.
Oh,
my closest movie theater is about 50 minutes away by vehicle.
Yeah, it's about the same here. It's about 50, 60 miles to the closest theater.
Oh.
I think I'm like 15 minutes away from like 7 or 8 different theaters.
Yeah, like I'm the same. Yeah. It's like,
hey, well, we're fucking fancy. My name's Neil, and I got a theater close by.
Not just one.
We got a real nice one that we go to. It's expensive, but it's kind of a restaurant kind of theater thing. So,
yeah, those are badass.
Those are cool.
All the recliner, yeah, it's really nice.
Well, on the upside, while I have to wait forever for them, at least I don't have to pay $10 a ticket.
That's it? $10?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
No, actually, when they run
us.
when they run them at the community center, the admission's actually free. The only thing you have to pay for are the snacks.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Here, if you want to see like IMAX or something like that, or the AVX and D-Box and all that shit.
All the extra shit that most of the movies aren't actually good to watch in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it costs like
Very
$20.
few IMAX quality films that take advantage of the IMAX experience.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they're $20 for those films here to go into those kinds of theaters. Our regular movies are like $12 to $13, right? But mind you, our dollar doesn't have the value the American dollar has, so that would be about 10.
America. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Yes, we know you're lazy.
Yeah, I was watching Staggers and Jags. You know, his Emmett Woolsey character. He put one out yesterday.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like every time he does that character, I'm thinking like, you know, if you were walking around this town, I don't know if anyone would realize you're doing a parody. That's just like half the people in this town.
Wait, he's doing a parody?
Mm-hmm. You haven't seen
of the people?
Staggers? Yeah, he's got a character, Emmett Woosley. It's like a satire character. Sort of redneck.
Oh, sure. Okay,
Nope, that's just half my neighbors.
I think it's funny that I get to hang out today. I mostly just talk to people in the side chat.
Just so you know, Doorknob Head, I actually don't have a ring on this finger, and I don't have a ring on this finger. And this being the finger that you would put a wedding ring on is the reason why I don't have a ring on that finger. And the reason I don't have a ring on this finger is because it's just in my nature to have an even number of things on each hand. So
It's okay. That's your flip off finger.
Yeah. It's my,
you got to keep it. Yeah.
But Neil, you've messed it up. You don't even have an even number of fingers on each hand.
Well, no, but when you put them together, you get an even number.
Well, you said on each hand. I think you got to lop a finger off of each hand.
Well, I do have an even number of fingers on each hand. The other one is a thumb, so it's not a finger.
Oh, shit. This conversation's like an onion. It's got layers.
I don't know. Whatever. I used to wear thumb rings too, actually, back in the day. I had rings on every finger.
I don't even wear my wedding band most of the time, so.
Oh, how does the wife feel about that, Evans?
Yeah, she doesn't care.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, I can't work with it on, right?
Right.
Because then I'll lose my finger.
Yeah.
I actually worked with a dude that was coming down a ladder and or coming down a scaffold rail and got his ring caught in a toe board nail, and it skinned it. There was nothing but bone.
Oh,
he lost the finger.
Yeah, I don't wear any jewelry at all. Just too many things for it to catch in the work I do.
Yeah,
I'm a girl. Average early.
Whenever he was one of those people that wore it all the time. His hands had grown much bigger than his ring, like it was form fit, like you couldn't even get it off. And whenever it snagged, he like slipped. And I don't know exactly how it happened. He was just in the company that I was in, and we had a big old PSA and a picture of it, and it was nothing but a bone from about here up. It's pretty awesome.
That looked cool, but ouch.
Yeah.
You call him Bone Daddy.
Yeah. It's one of those, I don't know if you've seen the meme. It's like whenever you're the reason for the safety meet, and then it's got Gary Busey looking at the camera all crazy.
Yeah. I've seen that exact one. That's hilarious. I think somebody brought that picture into one of our safety meetings because I was the head guy for that in our department. So, which was
you were the safety dick.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
So do you guys, for your safety stuff, do you guys have like little stupid safety program kind of things that you do individually try to fix stuff? with safety, or you guys just do it all general in one?
Where I work, it's a corporation, so they have what's called an app. They use an app, and you have to report things like incidents, accidents, near misses, shit like that. And then
beyond that, beyond just the reporting stuff, like for preventative things.
Oh, we have toolbox meetings, and we talk about things that could have been prevented, and then we look to improve those sorts of things. And then we also have monthly health and safety meetings where we go over stuff like that.
Yeah, we've got similar where we've got a safety manager where I work who handles all of the safety stuff, and then the supervisors are responsible for safety in the individual teams. But everybody gets near miss cards, so if you find something, if you do something stupid, you can fill out a near miss and go for it.
Right.
We've got a safety dick.
Yeah, well, I work at a bigger corporation than you guys do. Or Evans for sure, but
yeah,
I'm not sure about
it's not hard.
Yeah, so they got their safety team. They're trying to find this stuff as they have kind of like these little games going around or whatever. So you fill out they've changed it over the years because people have kind of, people on the floor said, fuck this, screw this, kind of stuff that they want. They're expecting so many of these cards turned in, and it's like, well, there's not that much stuff that goes wrong, or that stuff that we can fix ahead of time,
or it's worth reporting, really.
Yeah, but then it's just oh well, here's a stupid game. Oh, nobody's doing these filling these out anymore, so let's try to get somewhere else to get them engaged. Do this. Here's this new game to fill out in this safety stuff, and it's like, well, we didn't fill it out the last time. We're not going to do it this time. And it's annoying.
They like us to use the app as much as possible. I guess
well, we're
paying attention.
All that stuff, but this is all like, what could they change to improve safety, kind of thing, everything, and they try to turn it into a game.
Hire smarter people.
I mean, with safety, especially in the industrial neck of the woods, it's some of that shit does more harm than good.
Oh yeah,
because you're constantly like a lot of the. Like I've run into situations before where you're dealing with people who have to fill a certain quota of reports, and so they have to go and find something that somebody's doing wrong that's totally benign, that is the merest technicality on safety. Like my glasses fogged up while I was standing in the parking lot, and so I took them off, and you're not in a designated safe zone to take your glasses off and stuff. And it gives people a bad attitude towards safety. It's like, well, no matter what I do, I'm going to be fucking up. So why would I care about it?
Yeah,
I'm still going to get written up.
Yeah. So that's, we have the same issue. And it just depends on who your lead foremen are out on that, whether or not with what you can get away with. So if it's something minor like that, if you got a good lead, that'll be there. But some of these leads, like in departments where people don't want to work and want to be able to move, they'll look for every little thing, because if you get written up, you can't get a different job for a year.
Yep.
So it keeps you in the same department, and so it's become practice to give people safety violations and all these other things and write them up for shit they're not. It might be standard practice and may not care about it there, but as long as they got that on there, they get to keep you. So it's bad for the people that are in the shitty areas.
Yeah, there's a lot wrong. I mean, my attitude towards safety is like, if it's real, then we're gonna do it, and if it's not, then I'm not that worried about it. Like, I'm not gonna cause you to lose your job or give you a write-up over something that's not a real safety concern.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm down with all that stuff there, but then there's just some stuff they do with safety that they might as well wrap you in bubble wrap.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's like, you can't do your job. You're gonna make it all this. You're gonna spend tens of thousands of dollars to implement some safety thing, and it's gonna make the job more difficult, less efficient. You get less stuff out for maybe, at best, marginal increase in safety. So I don't know. It just, the safety guys kind of bug me, and I just think it's kind of that way. They got to justify why they're there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, and some of the stuff, even the stuff that looks like it makes sense, can be very counterproductive. Just working with power tools, a lot of times the safety guards and that they design for these things are just obstructing your vision of the piece you're working on, so you can't see where the blade is anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, a lot of people would, it's so, a lot of it's so counterintuitive, right? Because, like you're wearing goggles and a face shield. And sure, if something splashes on my face, I'm not going to be nearly as bad, but I can't see anything. And so now I'm going to cut my finger off with the tool that I'm working on because a flange might explode.
Yeah, exactly. I've yet to find a dust mask I can wear that doesn't make my glasses fog up.
They make them. You just got to be fit tested for them.
Yep, and I can't do that. They tell me I have to shave. I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I'm a pagan.
Yeah, I was told that's one of the problems is the mustache.
Yeah. I mean, for a respirator or something like that.
So I gotta wear my hair in like a bun at this point.
Yeah,
working, so which I hate, but
yeah, but when you're at work, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
they don't make me put my hair up. I look like fucking what's his name from Back to the Future. I have it all. Hey, Alex, like a
Doc Brown.
Yeah, that's it. Oh fuck yeah! See, it stays that way too when I do that. So I gotta smooth it out.
Doc Fearson says he'll be in and out. Apparently, he has to deal with humans in the building tonight.
Oh boy,
hell with humans.
Weird. To hell with humans, yeah.
I don't like them anyway.
Doc Brown, no, not a butt doctor. Come on, doorknob head. You've not seen Back to the Future? Come on.
Oh, damn.
Oh, not just still here.
Yeah, I'm still around.
Yeah. He's still here. Well, I have to eat still, you guys. I haven't even eaten anything.
Oh, come on now. Food is for the weak.
Well, without food, I get weak. So
I ate before going here.
Yeah, I was too busy. I didn't have a chance to.
Wise.
The last thing I ate was a couple of breakfast bagel sandwiches from Timmy's at about 11:30 this morning. So
I want to go to a Timmy's one day.
It's good stuff.
I keep hearing about it.
I go through the drive-through there, and the girl goes, "You're here like all the time. You don't have a Timmy's rewards card?" I'm like, no, I didn't even know you guys had them. She just hands me one. She goes, "Here, I preloaded it with a free coffee." I'm like, "Woohoo! I like you."
Free stuff's cool.
Yeah, free stuff's always good. You know what? Most of the time, I go there daily. Every day, I go through that drive-through when I grab my coffee in the morning, maybe a bagel or something. And half the time, the girl that works at the window never charges me for the coffee because I use my own mug. So she goes, "Oh, don't worry about it this time." I'm like, "All right." So you get pretty good friends with them. She said to me once, she goes, "You're the only one that comes in here so regular that you're the only person I really ever have conversations with when you come through." It's like, oh, the people behind me must love that. But I'm sure that there's at least, I always recognize similar or same vehicles that go through when I go through there sometimes. So I can't be the only one that uses it daily.
I'm hungry. Thanks, Neil.
Oh, sorry. Is it because I said like bagel and bacon?
That's why I keep sloth going around.
Crickets.
Crickets.
Yeah, they're good eats.
Yeah. You talking about what are you, a lizard? Actually, I used to feed my tarantulas crickets. They like crickets.
Tarantulas. Mm.
Yep. Yeah, I had tarantulas.
Yep. I'd burn a house down if I had one in it.
I'm sending you that spider video then, Evan.
Oh no! I've seen it. That triggers me.
Which one?
The one with all the little baby spiders.
Oh, the huntsman one. That's like he opens up his thing. There's the giant egg sac, and they're just all over the fucking place.
Oh, I went to the medieval fair yesterday, and they actually had penguins there, and I actually got to hold a tarantula there, and there's a picture of it on my Twitter.
I was just say you put that on your Twitter, didn't you? I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
Sweet. I don't remember seeing that. I'm gonna have to check that out. What kind of tarantula was it?
Fucking big.
That's not a type of tarantula.
It most certainly is, Neil.
He said the species name, but I don't remember what he said. He said it was really friendly though.
Probably Lacidora. Probably
wow.
Chilean or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was Chilean.
Chilean rosehair.
Yeah, I think it was Chilean.
Spiders kind of creep me out, but
the little tiny one.
Yeah, I did do that once. You know, I was talking to the guy at a pet store, and he had tarantula out, so I let it crawl on my arm.
Nope, I'd cut my arm off.
Oh yeah, it's funny when I was holding the tarantula. I was like, I got to the tarantula. I was like, oh hey, can I hold it? Of course, there's the other stuff in there, like snakes, and then there's sheep and stuff. I was like, I want the tarantula. So they let me hold the tarantula, and it's funny watching everybody else react. Like, no, that's weird.
Snakes don't bother me at all. The only thing that bothers me is spiders, and I am a total bitch.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like everybody was fine painting the snake, but they were so afraid of the spider.
Well, I got it wrong. Sorry, Lacidora is the scientific name of the Goliath bird eaters. What the hell? Hang on, now I can't remember. It's Grandma something or other. I'm having a brain fart here. Grammastola rosea is Chilean rosehair. Sorry.
Big motherfucking spider.
Yeah, I'd shoot it.
No, Chileans aren't that big. They can get to, with their legs span, they could probably span your hand.
Look, I am an equal opportunity.
All right. If you've ever seen the size of a 1977 Thunderbird steering wheel, the largest Goliath bird eater ever found could put its legs over the edge of that steering wheel.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna play like a try. Let me holding the spider.
Other ones that are smaller species, like very few spiders, tarantulas, anyways, are communal. But there's a couple of species of tarantulas. One of them being pink toes, which are beautiful spiders. They're velvet black, and on the very tips of their feet, they have bright neon pink. And they can live communal. I had 6 of them in one 70-gallon tank. That they all built little like spider apartments, and they'd come out and hunt together and shit like that, which was kind of cool.
This is why I live where the air hurts my face. It keeps the insects and spiders really small.
Yeah, well, the pink toes, they're smaller breed. I also had Chilean rose hair. I had a Chilean flame hair. I had a Goliath bird eater. His name was Bob. I had my Chilean rose hair. His name was Elvis. And I also had a king baboon spider at one time, only for about a week, and it died because.
Why would you name a Chilean spider Elvis?
I don't know, dude. Just that's what I
did
call
a great impersonation. Don't ask questions, not Jack. Come on.
Fair enough.
Elvis
Just got stuck in my head for a second. That's all.
Well, not just got like the really.
We do have a couple here that get fairly big. We've got some wood spiders that managed to get a leg span of 3 to 4 inches. So that's like 10 centimeters.
What does this wood spider look like?
Basically yellow and black stripes.
Okay. Sure. It's an orb weaver breed then.
Yeah, I was thinking orb.
I'm going to have to wait until I move out of my parents' house for me to get a tarantula.
I just, there are certain things that I probably will never do. Own a tarantula is one of them.
Yeah,
I'd fit into that category.
And you live in Australia. Y'all have the ones that are like,
yeah, we get big motherfuckers just running through the house. Like,
yeah, that's my buddy sent me a video. He lives in Sydney, and he sent me a video not long after he got there of one that got in his house, and it was like fucking the size of a dinner plate, like just hanging out on the wall. Like, nah, man, I'd burn that apartment down.
You carry a lot of mortine.
He's like, okay, well, we captured it and put it outside. I'd shoot it. What are you talking about, capture?
Most part, people that take those spiders that are found indoors to outside, they just end up dying anyway.
It's funny. I look up wood spider because I've heard multiple species of spiders called wood spiders. And a lot of people often misclassify wolf spiders as well. Everyone seems to think that smaller, hairy spiders are all wolf spiders. Well, that's not necessarily the case.
They're the bigger ones, aren't they?
Well, no, wolf spiders, they could be a couple inches, not even, at maximum. They're generally smaller, like grass spiders and wolf spiders are from the same family, and they don't make webs. They hunt on foot, which is why they call them wolf spiders.
Okay, I feel like I should go learn more about spiders.
Oh, I'm fascinated by them.
I'm the entomologist here. I should know more.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm showing you up.
Sparacidae is the name for huntsman's, and there are over.
Maybe I should have Neil make a video of him talking about spiders and put it on my channel.
There you go.
Yeah, make for a great collaboration.
And they are throughout the world in the tropical belt. So you'll have various species of huntsman spiders all around the tropical belt, and a little higher, a little lower, depending on where you are. But and they've often been referred to as wood spiders, which is the point I was trying to make. Larger species are sometimes known as wood spiders because of their preference for woody places.
That must be what we have. We have ones that you can find like up underneath logs and stuff, and they're about as big as my hand, about as big as they get, and those are terrifying.
Probably. Do they kind of look like giant crab spiders?
Yeah,
that's another name they have is giant crab spider, because there are crab spiders, but they're smaller species that hang out usually in flowers or plants, and they can blend into their background, and they lunge out at whatever lands on them. So
yeah, that's the way these guys are. Except they're more foresty floor fauna.
Actually, I was looking through Google Images, so I just put a link in the chat of the one that
the one you're talking about.
Well, that looks the most similar to the biggest ones I've seen around here. It actually says it's a type of funnel spider.
Oh yeah, funnel web spider.
I'm not sure if that's exactly the right one, but it looks a lot like that.
Funnel web spiders. There's many different breeds of those too.
Yeah. But that's one that I found in my mom's garage that had about a 3-inch leg span.
3 inches. That's wow. That's pretty big.
Yeah, it's bigger than the palm of my hand.
Funnel web spiders. Yeah, there's tons of different ones. Of course, the most lethal ones are in fucking Australia, Nadja.
When I lived in New York, we did have an orb weaver, which was a truly impressive spider. Because every night they cut down their web and they spin a new web.
They eat them, actually.
Yeah, and this one though spun a web from the fence to our shed, which was a span of about 9 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So every night the spider was spinning a 9-foot wide web.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't take them long either.
Yeah, I was just amazed that a creature that size could construct something that big in, like you say, it maybe took them like 2 hours a night.
Yep, probably give or take.
You can see the ones, we get here, like and it's not just the length, like the size of the webs that they'll create every night, but not just the length. Like it can be, I don't know, you said 9 feet, but I'm thinking in meters. So, but maybe about twice that in meters.
Holy shit!
Because you're looking at about 10 to 15 meters worth of spans of webbing, and it's thick. It is like, you couldn't walk through it. This
golden
is
orb
in
weavers?
trees, though. Yeah, I think that's them. Yeah,
they can fucking birds.
Yeah, the webs are you can't walk through some of them. Like
they're strong.
But the good thing is most of them are up high where you won't walk through them. But yeah, I see it a lot in between trees and houses, and like trees and power lines and stuff like that. It's constantly all over the place.
We've got those big yellow garden spiders that do the gigantic webs between trees and crap. And they're not that big, but they have just...
No, they're pretty small, eh?
Yeah. I mean, they'll go between trees that are 10, 12 feet apart and make just these giant... We'd always run into them while we were riding four-wheelers. That's just fucking terrifying. In the middle of the night.
To run into them, you walk... Yeah, at night, right? Exactly. Yep. And I'm walking down the street. I will make sure that I walk in the middle of the road. So, because every one of the paths are covered in trees, and you know that there are webs from the trees to the fences to the yards, all of that sort of stuff. You just have to walk on the road. Like, you can't see them coming.
Or you just keep waving a stick in front of you.
No, well, these ones are strong. They will grab your stick. It will just stop your stick.
Yeah, one of the things I like about the giant orb weavers, like the golden orb weaver, the some of the Asian ones out there, is the classification name, which I always really liked, which was Nephiline, like Nephili, Nephilia or Nephila or whatever the hell, or Nephili or whatever. I always thought it was kind of, because it reminded me of the whole Nephilim thing that they used to talk about with that fucking planet Nibiru shit and all that.
Well, you know why they spin a new web every night? Is they actually spin patterns into the web, ultraviolet. Some of the strings reflect ultraviolet.
Yes, that's to attract moths and stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah, so they spin patterns in it to make it look like the leaves of the trees to the moths and the flying insects.
Oh.
And they have to cut them down and do a new one every night, because if they leave the same one up too long, the insects learn to avoid them.
Well, also the ultraviolet itself will start to dull as well, so it's not as visible.
Ken Ham told me that was proof that evolution wasn't real. So take that, evolutionists.
I don't even want to know how that makes sense in his mind.
Because it's too complex for blind processes for random chance.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that sounds right, doesn't it? I mean, that the simple option is always the way it works.
Yes, the simplest option.
It's complicated. It's just not real.
Well, the thing about it is the simplest option of a omniscient, omnipotent God is definitely the best option.
You mean non-existence?
Well, you're not adding multiple layers of complexity on because the divine simplicity. Does anybody here actually get the divine simplicity argument? Just a quick poll. You do?
No.
It's bad. Their God can't hold up to it, but.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I've never had it, like, it's been thrown at me, and from what I understand of it, it's not a good argument at all.
Nope. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's one of those things that's necessary for their unmoved mover kind of thing, for a non-contingent being. So if you want to hear one of the best arguments against it is one of Plantinga's arguments that he liked. I like his divine simplicity essentially turns God into a property, and a property can do nothing.
Yeah,
I like it.
The issue with going with Plantinga's, what is it? Theistic. It's not theistic personalism, is it? What's the term? It's opposite to classical theism, Evans.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, but the issue comes with that is, with their God no longer being simple and being a person and all that stuff, all the major arguments that they like to hinge on fail. I mean, can't be that. So, if you want to disprove God, one version of it, the classical theist version, is go run to the theistic personalists, and then you want to debunk them, go to the classical theists, and in the end, you've debunked pretty much all arguments for God, the way they conceive of them.
Yeah. Ken Ham told me that God was real and evolution was false, and I believe him. So,
yeah.
There you go.
I thought
I'm
that was
skipping past all that. I'm sticking with the atheist. I don't care whether or not God exists. Even if I give you that God exists and he's exactly as described in the Bible, you've still got a huge load ahead of you to prove to me that I should worship the motherfucker.
Yep. He's definitely not worth it. That's for sure.
It's a genocidal maniac to start with.
Yep.
But it's not genocide because reasons.
Because fuck you.
Well, I mean,
it's not genocide because he didn't kill anyone we like, is what you mean.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
He killed all the bad people.
Well, I mean, if it was genocide, then God, because he's good.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
right? Which, oh my God, I hate the fork splitting they try to do with the youth for dilemma. It irritates me to no end. I have some evangelical theist friends that really like that resolution. It's like, it's not because God commits genocide. So if God by nature is good and can only do good, that makes genocide good. So
nature.
your whole argument, yeah. And they don't seem to get that. Never mind that the resolution also means they have some other theory of good by which they call God good, which it's outside of God anyway, so it's pointless to make this argument. It's really bad. People still want to make it. I don't get it.
Well, that's why I don't really want to argue philosophy. Unless you can show me where it has a practical application to something, I really don't want to bother with philosophy.
Yeah, I don't like philosophy.
Well, it does have practical applications in some situations, but not for this.
I'll just leave it there. Like, there's plenty of things in philosophy I don't like, but how we go about and do science and stuff is all philosophical, right?
It's all it can be.
Well, I mean, yeah, so it's all built on philosophy and how we know things, how we can know things this year. And so when people are like, fuck philosophy, and then I'll go run around on science, you're hurting your own case because, the whole idea that science can't prove anything or anything like that, or we have to falsify it. We go out to falsify theories and hypotheses, not prove them. That's all philosophical stuff. That's nothing to do with science itself and how we set up the parameters of science. We, by virtue, get rid of any supernatural explanations. We can only deal with the natural, and that's a philosophical thing built into science. And we see with some atheists on there, they're always like, oh, give us scientific evidence of God. And it's like, they're not going to be able to. They can't do it. Science just cannot handle that question.
That's right.
No. And
that's a separate question.
Yeah, I'm not saying to totally trash philosophy. I mean, in certain guidelines, yes, there's uses for talking about it, but just as far as the does God or God doesn't exist business, that's never going to get anywhere because you've got one group arguing about facts and law.
Facts and logic are philosophy,
and there's no way you're ever going to come to a resolution.
I mean, that's the thing.
These arguments for the existence of God are logical arguments. They're using that. They're getting to that thing, and a lot of it comes to philosophy. So part of the whole reason for like the uncaused cause prime mover stuff is you have 3 options. It comes from the principle of sufficient reason. So you have three options to resolve it. You have the infinite regress. You can stop it with the uncaused cause thing, and then you can go to some brute fact that just is kind of thing. And so by metaphysical necessity, that's what a lot of the at least that argument relies on, and that gets you to God, and that's using logic. Now there's issues with that argument, and plenty of them that we can point out, and that there's no reason to think that an infinite regress is impossible. There's been no good argument put forth why that couldn't be the case, but the way they reason to this metaphysical necessity, we were talking about divine simplicity earlier. It requires you to think of some really goofy shit to fit your God into.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I just, the whole facts and logic thing there being on one side and not the other.
Well, philosophy has its uses.
Yeah.
I mean, we wouldn't have a lot of our what we would consider sciences without it, right? Because people
you can't do science without it,
right? Yeah. It's because you need people to talk about these things and ways and methods or whatever before they can even come up with them. So they have to discuss all the implications, all the possibilities.
Well, then you have things like the problem of induction with empiricism in science, and that's what like the falsification criteria is for, is to deal with that issue, because we have no way to justify why we should think the future will be like the past or similar enough to the past, which is a big thing with any inductive arguments. It requires, we have no justification for it, and so that's the big problem. Until we can resolve it, it leaves a lot of goofy stuff open. Like, I look at several of the postmodern theories of knowledge and stuff as kind of the absurdities that can be allowed because of the well-known issues within how we do things that way. So, but that's for someone smarter than I am to solve that problem.
Yeah, after more than 2 decades with the pagans of trying to discuss all the stuff from all, you got a lot more different angles that way. Yeah, I still couldn't really get any further than deism. That, yes, I'll accept the possibility that something more powerful than we can comprehend exists, but that's as far as I could ever get with it.
Well, fuck, it doesn't have to be a god. There could be another species of beings out there that are far more powerful than us.
And that's a question I've been asking that no one's been able to give me an answer to yet. Is give me a definition of a god that could not be applied to any species that is technologically advanced enough for interstellar travel.
Yep.
Well,
material.
That'd be the divine simplicity argument, right? So even if it was the higher means of race, of species and stuff, they're still contingent beings.
Yep.
So you still need something non-contingent at the end, according to how they work. But like one of the biggest things with cosmological arguments is that causality doesn't seem to apply to everything within our universe. So I mean, trying to say that it's applies outside is going to be hard to justify.
True enough.
So yeah, there's issues with the arguments, and so not saying that we should all drop and become theists. I mean,
fuck no,
we're all atheists, and there's ways around them, but
tourism.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I was rambling there for a little bit.
That's okay. So it makes these conversations interesting.
Yeah, I got Duke on Twitter.
Oh, you got power?
Pushing for stuff on me. I'm like, oh, thanks, Duke. Yeah, the whole rationality rules video is kind of the hot topic on
not
Twitter right now. So who knows? I might be drafted into doing a debate on it.
All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to bail on you, so you guys can continue on if you want.
Later, Neil.
I know.
I'm going to bail on you guys. I'll join you for a couple more minutes with my headphones for a second, but then I'm going to abandon my post, so to speak.
Abandon ship.
Coulson, Australia.
Australia.
Yeah, are all your signs like that down there?
Yeah, they're all upside down. It's the only way you can read them properly.
That's right.
I think I'm fixing to actually get out of here too, as well, guys. I'm starting to get sleepy.
I am too.
Yeah.
It's nearly tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not so much for me, but yeah. But it's been a good one.
I'll still be up for a couple hours, but I know there's a bunch of new videos posted I haven't watched yet.
Well, there you go.
Later,
all right,
Tater.
guys. Well, all right. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out with us for as long as we were going here. That was been a lot of fun. Talked about some interesting stuff. Even got a few bug things in there and spider things in there and whatnot. But until next time, guys, I'll be chatting with I believe it's Ansgar Odinson on Monday. So we'll be talking a little bit of polytheism, and I'll probably question why the fuck he still believes in that shit. But anyways, Ansgar's good people, man. So it should be a good chat. So tune in on Monday. It'll be around 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 Central, 7 Eastern, 8 Atlantic, etc. You know, all the time zones, whatever. They go an hour difference. Anyways, until then, guys, remember, it's called faith because it's not knowledge. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for jumping in.
Okay, night.